Deep within the mist-shrouded forests of New Zealand exists a creature that seems to defy all evolution rules. A flightless parrot, whose call sends tremors through the night. From its most fragile moments of birth to its relentless quest for food and survival, every action is a miracle of nature. This is the Kakapo, the proud spirit of the ancient woods. To continue the lineage, everything begins in a hidden tree hollow. A female kakapo is diligently digging and clearing the space. Every piece of decaying root is carefully removed. Dry fern fronds are brought in to form the first lining. The nest requires no extravagance, but warmth. It must be warm and safe. She uses her strong legs to compact the layer of dry leaves. Decaying wood is the next material to be brought in. Her robust beak crushes the wood into dust. This wood dust will help the nest retain heat during freezing winter nights. Damp moss is added next. And now, the nest is ready for a new spark of life. The crucial moment has arrived. The first egg, pure white and precious, is laid. The second egg appears, completing the clutch. Unlike many birds, the female kakapo must incubate entirely alone. She carefully turns the eggs for heat. Her thick feathers become the warmest blanket in the forest. Despite the night storms raging outside, inside the hollow, life is being nurtured in peace. She rarely leaves the nest, dedicating all energy to keeping the eggs warm. Pieces of fern are pulled closer to block the cold drafts. A patient wait, lasting for weeks on end. She continues turning the eggs, a survival instinct, ingrained in her blood. The dawn of life always begins with a silent sacrifice. The incubation period is long and solitary. Outside, the unforgiving New Zealand rain pours down, but the mother's dedication inside the hollow never wavers. She gathers loose moss to reinforce edges. As the dawn approaches, a faint sound breaks the silence. A tiny scratch from within the shell.
She stands, sensing the impending arrival of new life. The first chick emerges into the world.
Blind and covered in white down. Soon, two vulnerable lives rest safely beneath her. She gently nudges them, a tender welcome to the forest. The chicks are entirely dependent on her for their first vital meal. She covers them immediately to prevent the cold from taking hold. But hunger eventually drives the mother out into the dark woods. The chicks huddle together, their only source of shared warmth. The mother returns. Regurgitating mashed rimu berries, she provides essential nutrients. Leaving the nest to forage becomes a routine, a frequent, exhausting routine. She climbs massive tree trunks using her powerful claws. Each feeding is a frantic display of hunger and energy. She meticulously grooms their growing down feathers. The red rimu berries are the lifeblood of the kakapo's breeding cycle. By day 8, down turns grey. A significant milestone approaches as they slowly open their eyes. The world around them begins to take shape. Meanwhile, the mother scours the forest floor for roots and vegetation. The chicks grow more aware,
curious of their surroundings. Attempting to sit up, their movements are unsteady but determined.
A moment of maternal affection in the harsh wilderness. At 2 weeks old, they stand unsteadily on their own feet. Their appetite grows, matching their rapid physical development. Exploring the nest, the first green pin feathers start to emerge. Energetic chirping welcoming the mother. Day 20. The iconic moss-green feathers start to take over. They play with dry ferns, practicing the strength of their beaks. Now 18 days old, The green plumage is clearly visible.
They clumsily flap their small wings, building early muscle strength. Energetic chirping welcoming the mother.
The mother provides another hearty, regurgitated meal. At 30 days old, they are miniature versions of the adults, growing stronger every day. At 40 days old, the instinct to climb grows undeniable. They practice flapping their wings, building crucial muscle for the life ahead. The mother's return is always met with enthusiasm. She delivers another vital meal to fuel their rapid growth. Foraging in dense silver ferns requires endless stamina. By day 50, they boldly stand at the threshold of their hollow. A tender touch of the beak reinforces their strong family bond. She carefully grooms their now complete moss-green plumage. 60 days in, curiosity about the outside world peaks. The mother sits closely, a silent guardian of the threshold. This will be among her final feedings. Before they leave the nest, day 70. The decisive moment arrives as they finally step outside. Together, they take their first heavy footsteps into the vast forest. Months later, the young male walks alone, fully independent. He easily crushes the tough rimu berries with his powerful beak. His strong legs and claws allow him to conquer the tallest trees. He practices digging, a skill crucial for his future. Every tough fern frond is a test of his growing strength. He confidently scales sheer, mossy rock faces in the dark. He braves the relentless New Zealand rainstorms without hesitation. Now a fully mature adult, he begins a vital, ancient mission. He searches for the perfect natural ridge to build his stage. Using his massive beak, he aggressively clears thick roots from the ground. He is digging an acoustic bowl, a natural amplifier for his mating call. The edges are smoothed meticulously with his beak. He spins his heavy body, compacting the soil into a hemisphere.
He begins to inhale massive amounts of air. His body inflates like a balloon,
holding the breath in tense silence. He lowers his head, and a faint rumble begins. Deep, resounding acoustic boom. The powerful boom echoes continuously through the midnight forest.
The physical force of the sound causes his very feathers to vibrate. Slowly, he exhales,
releasing the remaining air into the mist. He tilts his owl-like facial disc, listening intently for a female's reply. Hearing none, he inhales deeply once more. Reaching maximum inflation, he prepares for the next call. Massive, low-frequency boom, echoing through the trees. He closes his eyes peacefully, entirely consumed by his rhythmic song. Under the ethereal moonlight, he stands proudly in his acoustic bowl. The ultimate deep boom fades slowly into the ambient sounds of the ancient wilderness. The cycle of life continues. In this remote corner of the world, the Kakapo remains a symbol of resilience. A living relic of a prehistoric era, guarding the secrets of the ancient woods. The Kakapo, the proud spirit of the ancient woods, a miracle of nature.